Hey guys, welcome back to the Sparkle Eats Kitchen. I'm Megan from Sparkle, and I have two recipes for you today. So, Christmas is right around the corner, and I know there are a lot of Italian Americans in this area. And one thing that is very common for the Italian Americans is the Feast of the Seven Fishes that usually takes place on Christmas Eve. That's something my family has done for many, many years. And I said, well, with so many people that might be doing that this Christmas Eve, I'm gonna give you a couple seafood recipes that you can add to your spread, or if you're really scrounging and not sure what to make, these are two really easy ones. And I'm going to start with the Hot Crabbies is what these are called. They're super simple, they're a great little appetizer. So we have our crab, and then I'll give you another fish recipe here in a little bit. So then you have two fishes down and you only have to worry about a few more. Now that our crab mixture is all mixed together, I have some English muffins laid out, and you need 6 English muffins, and you just want to split them up into the halves. And then all you want to do is put a little bit of your crab topping on each one of these and just spread it out. Best part about this recipe is once you get right to this point, you can freeze these so you can make them ahead and have them ready for Christmas Eve. You can also do it one step further, however you want. You can freeze them just like this, or I like to cut them into quarters just so they're nice and easy for everyone to eat. And then all you have to do once these are all cut up, like I said, you can put them right into the freezer, or you want to put these into your oven under the broiler on a baking sheet just for a few minutes until this cheese is nice and melty and the English muffins are all toasted. Oh, these are so good. They only take about 3 to 5 minutes, like I said, depending on how close you have these to the broiler. Now that we took care of one of your appetizers, here we have pasta. I want to thank my mother-in-law Carol for this recipe. This is something we have at her house every either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, depending on when we get together. And we always have this. My aunt makes it. And again, this is a different recipe that you might say, I'm not sure about that, but you'll find this at most feasts of the 7 fishes. So in a pot here, I have just 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. To it, I'm going to add 1½ cloves of garlic. And I'm just gonna let that heat up and go for a second. And you don't wanna cook it for too long. Then we're gonna take that garlic right out. So you just wanna let this garlic cook for about 30 seconds or so, and then we're just going to take it out of the oil. We just want the flavor of the garlic, not the garlic. Now to this oil, we're going to leave that in the pot. I'm going to add 6 ounces, so that's 1 small can of tomato paste. And this is what's going to turn into our sauce. This is a very simple sauce and a very simple recipe. It just takes a little bit to cook the sauce. Then I'm going to add 3 cups of water. Then what you want to do is just stir this, let that tomato paste go down into a liquid, and just let this cook for 45 minutes over, about medium to low heat, just so it doesn't burn, but you want it to get a great flavor. While your sauce is cooking, you can cook your pasta. Here I'm using a thin spaghetti. You can use angel hair or whatever you like. I like just a little bit thicker than angel hair, but not as thick as spaghetti. So the thin spaghetti works out perfectly for us. So now that my sauce is all the way heated through, I'm going to add our tuna. This is about 3/4 of a cup of just canned tuna in oil, and you don't want to drain that. You want that oil into that because it adds a great flavor to the sauce. Then we have our sardines. So actually, if you really think about it, this is 2 fishes in one. So we have 5 chopped sardines. And then you just want to season with salt and pepper. And then I'm going to let this keep cooking for a little while and keep heating it through. And then all you have to do is put that over your hot pasta when it's done. And it's a really different recipe. Like I said, one that you've probably found many times throughout, your years of having the Feast of the 7 Fishes. Or if you haven't, this is a great new one to try. So there you have it, 2 of your 7 fishes for the Feast of the 7 Fishes. And if you're looking for other recipes, head over to our archive of all of our recipes. We have a ton of seafood recipes there for you, and that way you can finish your feast. And Merry Christmas.